Hello! Super excited for the fall drop of Universe. Oh, I decided to use it today. Actually, is my camera centered? No, not really. Oh well. Why is this camera so different in color? Okay, I'll have to fix that later. Oh, I know why. This is supposed to be... We're gonna change it. Hi, everybody! Sorry, my camera keeps resetting because the power cord... Thank you, JQ! Appreciate you! How do I... Sorry, guys, you're gonna have to deal with it for 1 sec here. So nice.
Have fun streaming, I can't stay. Take care, Alexotos.
Thank you, dude. Let's do... like that. It's a little better. Is that too dark? Nah, that should be good. Hi, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. I'm having a good day, but we're having a little bit of problems with our power here. So we're gonna do 2 builds today, just so everyone's up, like knows what's up. We're gonna do 2 builds. One's gonna be hotspot for today's build. One's gonna be solder. However, it's not anyone's fault. It's just literally, I guess, the breaker that's in the panel is like a special. We didn't know this is a sensitive one, so it's detecting the soldering iron and it's tripping the power. So we're gonna attempt to solder near the end of the stream. Arc fault breaker, yes, that's what it is, Keep Dweeb. And if we trip, then we know, because I've soldered twice already, but never with the lights on. So I'm not really sure what's going on today. I don't know if it was just like a fluke or something, because I have soldered twice, 2 or 3 times actually, and it's been completely fine. Mind you, I kind of changed up where some of the plugs were, so we'll see. If it trips towards the end, we'll see. What's your favorite layout for size? 65, I think, 75 is nice too. I can't have my UPS plugged into my bedroom because it's the same breaker. Yeah, I was thinking maybe too, it's maybe one of the power bars I had. I'm gonna do some rearranging of power stuff. So, or I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Who knows? I don't know. I hope everyone's been having a good day, though. We're going to be doing this System 65 today. This board, I've had the pleasure of looking at and typing on. Although it wasn't for very long, and it was at a meetup, so that doesn't really count because, listen, meetups are great. They're great for meeting people. They're great for a lot of things. Looking at builds, it's very hard to hear. So what you hear at a meetup is always a little different than what you get at your own desk. It's the truth. But this is the System 65. It's going to be launching in stock in 2024. I believe it's Q3, Q4. In stock's important. It's a good looking keyboard though. Very good looking keyboard. So we'll see. I hope the power issues are not going to be a normal thing at the new place. I don't think so. I think okay. Speaking on the power thing, I think if tonight we stress test it, I think the only fix, because we have a friend who does like electrical stuff, is just literally going to be changing out that breaker for a non-arc volt breaker or something. So we got to talk to people about that and then see if we can switch that out. Maybe we'll be allowed to. Who knows? It doesn't seem like a crazy fix. It seems like a few minutes of a fix. Not even, maybe half-hour fix. It doesn't seem like it's crazy, but it's just because this one here is sensitive. But we have to see if we can. What is the keyboard and screen? Oh my god, this one here is the Universe. It's gorgeous. It kind of looks like the PAL that we did, right? So here's the PAL. Very much the same kind of layout slash steals some of that design language, you know what I mean? But this board actually came first, even though this released after the Universe. This board here was in IC. PAL with FRO, basically. And sharper corners. Keep Dweeb, thank you so much for the tier 2. Enda, thank you so much for your sub. Seabass, JQ, thanks for being patient with me, guys. We're going to take a look at the board because I really want to jump right into this because I think it's sick. we're going to jump right into the board today. So this is by Mosaic. You know what? Should I grab scissors for this is the question. Where are my scissors? GMK Norse always goes hard. Absolutely, dude. While we kind of open this too, we can kind of take a look at some of the IC stuff. So this is still technically a prototype, by the way, guys. Everything we see on stream today is, I don't think the owner of Mosaic right there, no, don't cut it. Just unwrap. Oh, damn, there's an unwrapping. Where do I start? This is always the fun part, is where does it start? Oh, it's like here. I found it. Aha! This board is from Mosaic. Some people might have seen this board at the Toronto meetup. Some of the... trying to do this carefully so I don't rip anything. You know what I mean? Good ASMR? Hi, everybody. What other colors are there going to be? There's going to be Azure Odyssey, Imperial White, and Triple Black. You know, this might be one of the few boards where I'm very much vibing with the Triple Black. I think the PVD of the Triple Black looks really good on this, by the way. We're going to do 2 builds today. Attempt to do 2 builds. I'm going to put this to the side. Do I like popping the bubble wrap? You know, it's not really a thing that I care for, personally. It's not really a me thing. Like, do you guys like popping bubble wrap? I'm not, like, I could care less, to be honest. Of course. There will be a matte black as well, for those who want an even stealthier build. Did I miss the price point on this, by the way? I don't see a price point. Oh, pricing TBD, around $450. So I guess nothing's set in stone yet, Mosaic? Ooh. Ooh. I kind of vibe with this PCB. Okay. Little things like this, like when you can get a cool silk screen on the PCB. That's neat. Oh, the purple one's cool too. I kind of prefer the red. Ooh, this is nice. That looks striking. Yeah, good layouts too. I can tell already on both of these PCBs, we have some good layout options. Just want to take a second to tell you how incredibly grateful and thankful I am for you and your friendship. You mean the world to me, bud. Oh my God, Oak. Love you, man. Thank you so much for the kind words. I'm so sorry for being late tonight, by the way, everybody. I'm so sorry. We're going to make it up with some awesome keyboard stuff, though. I wanted to stress test everything before we start it because I didn't want to let Mosaic down and not do a solder build tonight. So I was like scrambling, changing plugs and seeing things. We're going to do hot swap first, then we'll lean into doing the solder version. I will do my best. If the power cuts out during that, it's because what I've already explained. Ooh, okay, so we got some accessories, some screws. We'll take a look in depth at the PCB here in a moment as well. And then this is the keyboard, right? Thanks for being late. I was able to get my shower in. Dude, I really want to take a nice relaxing shower soon too. Is this just a piece of cardboard? It is just a piece of cardboard. Okay. Nothing about this, according to Mosaic, is completely final yet. So, I mean, the box is quite pretty though. I feel like everything's very like on point with design right now. We have the lines here, lines on the box. I don't know, I kind of like when things are very cohesive like this. It makes me very happy. And then it says the color here on the box. They have the build guide. The build guide's really nice, by the way. The new version's better. Front height, 19.4 adjusted. Dimensions on the back in millimeters. Nice touch there, Canadian. Very cool. Very, very awesome box. I think it takes a lot for me to be happy with a box rather than just getting a hard shell case. Although, if I'm being honest, I still much prefer hard shell cases. Can you show us the build guide? Yeah. Actually, Mosaic, is it okay if I just link everyone the build guide? Like, is it okay if we just have everyone kind of look on their own accord? Because I don't have it pulled up yet. I'm going to look at it during the build, but I don't have it. Okay, I will link everyone right now. Let's see, let's see. Let's get the link. The build guide's really nice. I took a peek rather, before stream, so. I missed why you said your power might cut out. Long story short, we discovered that everything here is connected to an arc vault breaker, which is very sensitive apparently. So we're gonna see if we can swap that out. We're not sure yet. We have to double check and make sure. I didn't have problems soldering the last 2 days. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why. Maybe it's because the light's on too. Who knows? We're gonna try our best. It's out of my control completely. It's not something I really knew about until like a few minutes ago, really. I didn't think soldering was that, made things that sensitive. Ooh. Okay. Alright, so I do see some lines in the anode, but again, this is a prototype, and I was warned many times, this is a prototype. If I'm being honest, though, so silver is like one of my favorite types of colors for keyboards. I don't know if it's just me, though. Actually, no. It's just me being silly here. I was gonna say, I think I see like lines, but yeah, I think that's just from I don't know if that's like maybe from this particular batch. I don't know if you guys can really pick it up on the camera here. Maybe not. Maybe it's just my own eyes that I can see it with. Oh, right there, right there. You can kind of see the lines. But I'm assuming that'll all be gone with the last thing there. Thank you, Bulby. I appreciate it. It has to do with the power drop and the voltage fluctuations. Arc fault breakers monitor the voltage, and that's why they sense drastic changes they think is a surge and trip. Things that heat up to high temps and recharge batteries that don't have a super consistent voltage will trip them. Yeah, we shall see. Like I said, I'll probably have to get that swapped out or something. Very, very pretty. So side profile of this board. So this is interesting, right? Because they've kind of taken the design approach here to kind of move what normally would be at the back, and they've kind of put it in the front, giving you this kind of different, almost like the weight in the wing of this keyboard just got shifted, which is a kind of a cool aesthetic when you really look at it. Very, very awesome. I did see this at the meetup, but again, this is my first time actually like picking it up and inspecting it. Very cool. Yeah, it's kind of like a reverse Haven, huh? Some detailing here on the front. Cool. The PVDing looks excellent for what this is too, and I understand this is a prototype. There is a smidge of rippling.
Wow, 11 years.
Don't mind I guess I have to wipe that down a bit more, but don't mind like the fingerprints and the smudges here. We have to wipe that down, but all right, cool. The blue's really nice on this, actually. Normally I hate blue, so checkmate. Thank you so much for the 11 months or 11 years, whatever you want to call it. Howdy, friends. Sorry I'm late. You don't have to apologize. Internals, we have a little bit of a step here. I'm assuming that's not only to help with, I guess, this placement of this front kind of badge area, but also kind of help lower the front height. Cool. All right. This looks neat. What do you guys think of the look of this keyboard? I don't want to put this on my... Yeah, we'll put the feet on first. Let's put feet on. And I guess this is the badge. It's a magnetic badge that goes here on the bottom. Looks like a keyboard. I'm glad. I actually like it a lot. I want one. Damn that blue piece. The front height of just this lip? Mosaic, do you know? Oh, that is satisfying to put on. Ooh. So I guess in theory you could make your own weight. You could make your own badges or something. That is satisfying. I think I would go. I don't know if I'd go for the silver and blue, honestly. I think I would probably go with the all black on this one here. I think that would be like my go-to for this guy. Reminds me of Gundam Easy 8's foot. I can see that. You need a lamp. Oh, what did I just drop? I think I just dropped a screw. Got it. A lamp KB concrete desk pad for the concrete desk. The concrete desk is going to be a... it's going to be something that's not going to make an appearance much more. Wasn't the front part interchangeable? There is other ones here. We will take a look here, but I think I want to stick with the blue. Or actually, you know what? Before I solidify this one here, we'll take a look at the other ones here. So this is what color? This is Electro Finish. What is this? Try to be as careful as I can with this packaging. So this is a silver. Actually, this silver is real nice. This silver is pretty. Ooh, do we just swap to all silver? But I feel like the blue is what this comes with, right? And then... ooh. Is this an example of the matte black? Oh, the matte black is kind of fucking sick, dude. But the blue has the blue badge. Okay, I'm not gonna swap the blue. The blue's pretty hot. But the matte black is pretty sick. You know, if you gave this to me right now and said pick one, I'd probably pick the all silver. I'm not gonna lie. I don't mind the blue badge, but I'd probably pick the silver. But these are magnetic. These are really nice. We can swap some of these out here in a second too. Well, we can do that now. I think the silver on silver would be super neat. Uh-oh, did something fall out over here? I'm guessing one of the magnets didn't stick. No. It's okay. Maybe better adhesive for this. Again, this is a prototype, so I'm not losing sleep over this right now, personally. Ooh. The magnet's really strong, by the way. Oh, the silver's sick, dude. Gotta super glue them now? Well, it's good that we're stress testing. Nah, dude, the silver's sick. The silver might be the best one. I kind of like that it's a different kind of like, this is almost like a gunmetal. Although, Mosaic, I'm going to be honest, I think I prefer the finish on this weight versus the silver here. If I'm being very, 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 very critical, and this is more of a bias thing, or a personal preference thing, I would actually say that I think if this whole board was this particular finish of silver, this would be beautiful in that color. Although I don't mind it being a little different from the other silver. I don't mind that at all. They're also different materials. That also makes sense too. I don't know if you can get it to be this kind of silver for everything, but very cool though. I think I don't know. The silver is nice. Do I prefer the blue for this? Probably. Let's put these away. What's the price point? Around $450? Was that Canadian, by the way, Mosaic, or was that USD? I think it's maybe important to ask you here because, okay, USD, because you are a fellow Canadian. All right, let's put this here. Damn, these kind of just lock into place, huh? Nice. A glossy red would be so sick too. I'm gonna stick with the blue. We'll do blue today. Are you gonna be able to buy multiple of those accents? What does it say in the IC? Let's see. Alex, are you gonna be looking at the void? I will be. I don't know when, but soon-ish. I'm assuming that you can probably be picking up multiple of those. I don't know how much they will cost. But yeah, just like what Oak said, if you are going to be selling more of these, I would probably toss in like 4 feet for people too. Just, you know, some extra adhesive feet too. I just ordered my first GMK set. Let's see how many more I end up with. Bruh. That is a fucking slippery slope. The slipperiest of slopes, dude. Absolutely slippery. Alrighty, let's put this down. You didn't notice, but I'm lubing my first set of switches today, bro. Hey, yo. Do you feel like it's tedious? I feel like that's what everyone always tells me, how tedious it is. Let me put this one here away too. Everyone always says, oh boy, it's tedious. I'm actually enjoying the process. I mean, that's really good. You want to enjoy the process. All right. So 450 for this. Everything's looking, I mean, everything looks pretty polished right now. Obviously the ano, some of the stuff that I've mentioned already I'd like to see, but like for a prototype unit that was like stressed that this is a, not an early proto, but just a prototype, I'm pretty happy with everything so far. PCB wise now. So let's take a look at the hot swap PCB first. The bezels are perfect. It's a nice bezel. I kind of like how they have it rounded at the top and then sharp at the bottom. Gives it a cool frame. I'm very happy about this. I like the fact that we have so many options. We have split backspace. We have ISO. We have different space bars. We have step caps lock. This is a good hot swap option PCB. So if your goal was to get hot swap and you're interested in this, I can't stress it enough. This does well for a lot of people. Holy Swiss cheese? You think so? Then we have the solderable unit, which has the exact same thing, I think.
The QK and Bauer arrived. I did have a question about the extra switch you threw in. Do you remember what they are?
I have no idea, Megan. Honestly, I can't remember. I think, were they tactile? I don't remember now. I really don't remember. Use a PCB made of air for true compatibility for everything. True. Nice design on this too, like I mentioned too. I'm very happy. This looks good. Cool. I love the red one. The red one's sick. The red one's so cool. And then we have a aluminum plate and a polycarbonate plate here. Cool. All right. So we have our daughter board there. I think there's the USB-C cable or the JST cable on that. So, all right, let's start doing some switches. Let's start doing some stabs. When was the Sagrada stream moved? It was moved to next week because it came in very late and I couldn't lube the switches in time for it. I want to make a point here for the PCB. There are dots on top of some of the holes to differentiate the different layouts for those bottom row. I made a last minute decision to use silver finish instead of gold. Now you can barely tell the difference. Hold on. What was that? I want to make a point here for the PCB. There are dots on top of some of the holes to differentiate the different layouts for the bottom row. I made a last minute decision to use silver instead of gold. Are you saying like these little dots? There's a slight shine above the silver dots? What?
So today was interesting. I was putting GMK bento on my wooting and seems I'm missing the 8 key. On the bright side, Novel Keys had a spare set on sale and a friend of mine is getting bento at a steep discount. Second thing, next time you meet the Canon Keys people you can tell them, hey, I can guarantee one person bought the SATS 75X calls me. You're welcome.
Frozen.
That's all.
Thank you, dude.
PS sub message character limits be wild.
Is there a limit? I mean, that would make sense.
Hope you're doing well.
Thank you,
It's been
Austin.
a fun month of tuning into stream after mainly being a YouTube watcher.
Thank you so much, man. I hope you enjoy the streams, dude. And Frozen, I'm glad that at least that got sorted out, and I hope you enjoy your Sat 75, bro. I see what you mean, Mosaic. So, okay, what Mosaic's trying to say, I do agree you should make this gold. This dot is silver. This dot is white. You can barely tell the difference. Yeah, I would 100% change. Did you already order all the PCBs? Hey, you know what, Mosaic? Grab a Sharpie. Grab a Sharpie and get to work. That's all you gotta do. Yes? Bro, I got a Sharpie. I might even have a gold one for you. All packed too. Grab a pair of scissors. Open those bad boys up with the gold Sharpie. Yeah, you can barely tell the difference. There's also an FR4 plate, but I forgot to send it to you. You know, I'm fine with that. I think FR4 is like one of my least used materials in my own personal board. FR4 used to be something that I was kind of fascinated with because I guess on older boards, FR4 made it very bright and it was nice to use. But dude, I'm gonna be real with you. FR4 lately, with all the builds I've been doing, I've been so like less than impressed with the plate material. The only board that I was impressed with FR4 was the Envoy. And I think that was it. Like the Envoy had like a brighter sound signature with the FR4, which was fun. But I think in most cases, I still prefer aluminum and I still prefer polycarbonate and other particular things. Oh, the Salvation maybe was another one, yeah. Plateless has been the vibe lately. Yeah, for me, Plateless has always been a good vibe. I like the FR4 in my Envoy. Yeah, like the Envoy had a good sound signature with it. I'm just less than impressed usually with most builds that I do with that. I want to try Alu or PC. I want to try Alu in my Salvation too. I don't think I've tried it yet. Layout-wise, so Mosaic, these are your builds. Did you have a specific layout you wanted me to do, or just kind of have at it? I don't think I personally enjoy a split space backspace on a 65, but it's up to you. I want to try carbon fiber. Carbon fiber to me is very reminiscent of FR4. Maybe a slight bit different. Maybe. It's not by much. It's like the teeny tiniest bit different. Everyone always calls me crazy when I say FR4 and carbon fiber basically sound the fucking same. I truly, deep down in my heart, bro, like, it's just there. I think, they're kind of the same sound signature. But I understand people, you know, they tell me that, yeah, there is a little bit different. I don't know, man. I think they're the same. I agree, and carbon fiber just gets carbon dust everywhere. Oh, man. Terrible idea, but hear me out. A plate made of glass. How would that work? Fiberglass. Hey, they sound completely different to me. I don't know. I've always felt like it's not the same. All right. Or always felt it's pretty much the same, rather. Let's take out some of these guys. I guess we'll just do the standard 65 that I normally would do. One switch in, plate dead. Oh, for the glass plate? That's like torture at that point there. You're just telling someone to fuck up their plate. Completely. I feel you. I typically notice FR4 is flatter than CF. CF has some deepness. Yeah, like maybe you could argue for that. I don't know. I usually find they're pretty much identical. We'll do 7U today. I feel like a lot of builds lately we've been doing are 6.25. Okay, let's put this to this side and let's get our lube out. And that's GS2 on this side. Dude, I have been back on my GS2 kick for my switches. I've been so back on that, dude. I like ABS plates. ABS plates are kind of nice. I fucking agree with that. Where is my brush? God damn. I use this brush all day long, and then what I tend to do with it is I put it down and I just forget where I put it. But it's like my most used thing in this entire office. I've been using GS2 a lot lately for tuning. GS2 is wonderful. It is truly a wonderful, wonderful material. Where is my brush? Sorry, I'm trying to find where I put my brush. I feel like I just tossed it into here and didn't pay attention. I love Tauper. Tauper is, I mean, it's not truly my thing. I'm going to be honest with you. Not really my thing, but I can appreciate Tauper. Bro, where's my brush? I have a feeling I was playing around with it, like flipping it and stuff, and I probably brought it with me up, like to another room. One moment. Oh, there it is. Totally was playing around with it. My GF got me a 12-year-old HHKB, and goddamn those domes have aged. They become so tactile, it's ridiculous. Is that a thing? I wouldn't mind retrying my experience with the Tauper keyboards. I feel like it's been a while. I've been using GS2 though lately, Pimento Taco said before. Yeah, my thing why I like GS2 lately is I'm finding I can get more consistent application for whatever reason. It is a slightly different sound signature though. Also guys, are you going to review the Norbauer stabs? Dude. See, that's one of those... Okay, let me be honest. That's one of those things that if I was sent one of those things... what's the price? Did they say what those things are going to cost? Let's just imagine they cost even $50. Okay? It's just one of those things where it's like... Although I hate reviewing things for value, like what value do you get out of that? It's a cool invention. It is super cool, and I respect the fuck out of it, dude. But like, let me be real with you guys. I normally hate doing this. Like, I hate being that guy who says stuff like this. But even if it's 50 plus, let's just say it's 50 plus. Like, is that extra $40 plus?
Alexotos hydrate.
Thank you, Super Cat. Is that extra money really worth it for 10, 15 minutes worth of work? Like, is it? I don't know. Like, do you really value that particular, like, okay, these might not need to be lubed? I don't even know if they do or not. Like, beats me. I've never used one. For some people, yes. Oh, hell yeah. Say it with me, chat. Skill issue. Okay, question for you guys here then. All right, real question. I want you guys to be real with me, okay? If I came to you and said, hey, here's a set of stabs you'll never have to lube. I'm charging you $250 plus tax and shipping. What is your real answer right now? Be brutally fucking honest with me, okay? $250, you never have to touch it with a brush. You can say yes, like I'm not going to judge you. I don't think anyone will. $250 USD. $250 CAD. What is the difference? I don't. It's like what, $50 difference between the two? $2 and no, not $2.50. $250. So nice. Okay, what about for $100? Would you do it for $100 then? Thank you, Nightwolf. I appreciate it. $100? So one person said yes for 100. I might for 100. Interesting. Yes for 100. Okay, and then what if we said $50 for a set of stabs you'll never have to lube? Would you still buy them for $50? Alex doing market research. This is the best part about this right now is we can literally foreshadow how a review will go for that, because it's good to kind of gauge what you guys are interested in. Because I'm going to be straight with you guys. I will never, Like, I would personally never spend more than like $25 on a set of stabs. Because I am completely content with sitting here with a brush, grabbing a little bit of lube, and doing this myself. So for me, it's a tough sell when I can achieve the same result, save myself some money, and also be involved in the thing that I'm building. Does that make sense? Like, I totally get this part is not everyone's cup of tea, right? But I mean, it's really interesting. Really, really interesting, everyone's results. Like, I guess everyone's feelings towards the matter. So it seems like $50 to $100 is that sweet spot for most people if you wanted that like premium set of stabs or something like that. Being involved with what I'm building, this is what I want in this hobby. Thank you, Frank. Cherry clippings on top, bro. Buy a good set of cherry clippings for like $8. I get more than one for $50, but I would like a money back guarantee. Like, if these things start ticking, you get some of your money back. You know, that's something I wonder about too, right? Not for nothing. And I guess this would be a test of time, right? Wouldn't some of the plastic eventually, obviously I don't know how fast it would be, but like, wouldn't it start wearing down a little bit? And then also, you know, any parts that have any sort of friction, if there's no lubricant, or I don't know if they'd be factory lubed or something, right? But even that would eventually dissipate. So, like, that's something to think about too, right? Like, what's the longevity of that? After millions and millions of years, yes. Of friction, you think? Some of us like this hobby because we are the ones who do the work to put it together. It's more satisfying knowing that I put my time and work into it. I mean, I always say that. That's kind of why I'm not... I used to be like, give me hot swap, it's so much fun to do. But I think lately with the hobby, I enjoyed the aspect of soldering something in because it just makes me feel better. If that makes sense. I would eventually wear down, yes, but honestly, for an enthusiast that would spend $50 in stabs, they're typing on multiple boards and rotating. I can see that perspective. I get that. Also, these are TX, right? So we're using 205 on everything. I hear we just use those laser boards. I remember those, dude. Dude, okay. I feel like I've asked you guys this, but it also feels like a fucking fever dream. Do you guys remember that keyboard that every single key was an OLED? It kind of looked like the Stream Deck. But like every key was that. What was that called? Prime. I remember. I was gonna say something with Transformers or something. I don't know. No, not the Flux. The Flux is new. This is like an older board. Did that release? I don't know if it did. The Flux board? I don't know. If he can sell an aftermarket toper at 3K, he will sell a lot of stabs. Obviously, totally different demographic. I totally get that. But I guess for us here, who are into this side of the hobby, because again, I know I've talked about this, but there's a lot of aspects and facets to this hobby. Optimus Maximus board, bro. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, dude. When did this come out? Original release date was end of 2006, but it never came out. Do you know how badly I wanted this thing? When I was growing up, I wanted this thing so fucking bad, dude. So did they ever release this? Did it ever... I mean, like, I never did anything. It was the coolest. Dude, I wanted this so bad. So bad. This was like my dream keyboard back then. Right next to those little SteelSeries Guild Wars macro pad things, this is my dream keyboard. It's so cool looking. What a throwback. Yeah, it's so much fun. Do any of you remember the Mad Cat Strike 7? Oh my god. Did Mad Cats go out of business? I don't know if they did or not. I feel like they did for some weird reason. Still there? Okay, I didn't know that. Final Fantasy XIV released a macro pad to play the game with. I love stuff like that. I don't know why. It's novel. It's definitely novel, but like, I'm here for it, dude. I did use that Guild Wars one a lot, though. That was like my favorite thing. They did go out of business, but the brand name was bought by someone else. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I still have my Mad Catz Rat TE. Mad Catz Rat TE. I slightly remember that too. What was the 2006 keyboard scene like? I don't think there was a custom side to keyboards then, or at least what we have now. I think it was still a lot of big brands releasing things. Yeah, posture check and a hydrate. Okay, I got some coffee. I needed a coffee so bad today. Honestly, dude, TX stabs drive me nuts, dude. TX stabs, literally every time I install these things, my fingers just go numb. It's because they're hard to clip in. Started out with our buddy's OTD. I don't remember what year that was, though. You gotta do the Diego thing and break them in. How does Diego break them in? Oh my god. I did not know Diego was doing that. Dude, I need to catch up with Mr. Diego. I feel like it's been a while. I'm glad it's not me. I thought I was gonna break something clicking them in. No, they take a good snap. It's like I'm breaking a thumb or something. Have your fingers grown back from the trampoline board? Dude, you know I went to bed with my fingers throbbing that night because of that keyboard? God damn, these hurt. Today's like extra bad. I don't know what's going on. SteelSeries had some very weird keyboards back then. Yeah, back when people weren't afraid to do cool things.
Stacy14 Omg.
Thank you, Soundtrack. I appreciate your tier 1, man. Thank you, dude. Now, all these big brands, they just release the laziest shit or subscription models for everything. So nice.
Thanks for 2 years of learning about both the keyboard hobby, as well as about humanity in general. Looking forward to many more great discussions here in the next year.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate it, man. I hope we can constantly have fun here. I know we have our setbacks and like things that go wrong here sometimes on the stream, but I appreciate everyone tuning in. Fuck, that one there hurt. It's keyboards that made his fingers throb. Yeah, that's it. So nice.
I see you've got a little Norse poking out up there. My Granio Ergo is coming soon and have both Norse and 8008 ready for it. Which will look better, you think? Less than 3.
8008 would probably look really clean on that. I think more so than Norse, if I'm being real. I would pick 8008 personally. So these are standoffs. I'm probably not going to use these, by the way. I'm not really a standoff in my hot swap PCB kind of guy. One thing though, I'm going to point this out because this is a small quality of life thing that I wish more people did. I appreciate Mosaic labeling everything that you get. Listen, I know some people do. It's not always. Sometimes, but like, let me tell you, as someone who, like, you got to think about it like this too, right? Someone who maybe this is their first keyboard kit. They're not going to know what all these little screws are. Sometimes we know because maybe we've built a ton of different things. This is nice. This is, I know it's a small quality of life thing, but I think this goes a long way for newer builders, because at least you have an idea of A, what you're supposed to get in a package, and B, what things look like. I really appreciate that. So I have dots on QK, and I'll be honest, this board sounds amazing. Oh, hell, the one you won, Megan? Hell yeah. I don't remember what I built with that. Is it worth to loosen part of the stab where the wires clip in? No, don't loosen it on purpose. I appreciate your appreciation for the little things. I enjoyed making all these things. Yeah, I mean, you know, I try to as much as I can. Sometimes I'm really bad at it too, because like you get jaded, and then you also get a little bit more biased to kind of where you are skill-wise in a hobby. But the other day I was talking to someone, and they said you should really kind of remember that people aren't as experienced as you. And it's just like, yeah, you know what? Sometimes I forget about those things too. And when you see stuff like this, it just goes, you know what? Someone who maybe isn't as experienced will appreciate this. And again, I know it's a small thing, just like I know labeling things on a PCB. Like, to me, this is a big deal. You know, seeing parts get labeled on both sides. Like, what's a 1.25U, you know, what goes where in case someone's confused. That's a big deal to me. I like seeing stuff like that. Some boards, they kind of toss you at it, and then you make mistakes. And you know how many times people have sent me just 1 or 2 switches to desolder, and it's such a waste. It's like, truly, it's a lot of money to ship things back and forth, right? But it is. So it's nice to kind of have these things ready to go right off the bat. Still, I love that manual the Bauer Light has. Oh, dude, the Bauer Light manual is great. Have you seen this board's manual? Do I still have it on my clipboard here? Let's see. This board has a pretty good manual too. There you guys go. X-ray Bauer Light? I mean, probably not, because it's the same as the other Bauer Lights. Isn't it the Bauer Light, the Ghost one? Or isn't it just Ghost with something else on it? I'm not too sure if I will. Maybe if Mr. Omni-Type wants
21
me to.
months. From the Shelby 80 to this stream. I certainly miss the KTT Rose craze and the PVD weight licking lull. Have a good one, my guy.
Dude, the KTT Roses are still a great switch. I haven't used them as much, and honestly, I do want to buy another set of those. But yes, they're a fantastic switch. Thank you, McClacky. I appreciate you. Good old Roses. They're not. It wasn't a phase though. I still have one. I think I maybe have one set, but I haven't used it yet. I'm waiting for a special board for that. Is this piece of fluff? Piece of fluff. I'm literally about to board a flight to Singapore for keyboards for only 8 hours to go. Is it a meetup? Ow. Dude, I am not having this today. Moosehead beer? Yeah. I'm not really a beer drinker much anymore. Unfortunately, if I drink too much beer, and by too much I mean like 2 or 3 glasses of it, I have gout, and I can feel the gout kind of act up the moment I have. It's just, you know, for me, it's mostly just beer. Like, I know it's supposed to be like beer, red meat, and like seafoods and stuff. It's just beer. Whenever I have beer, it acts up. So it's a little tough to drink beer these days. Occasionally, I'll have 1 or 2. Occasionally, but it is tough. I wouldn't loosen anything like the plastics. The moment you start bending plastics to loosen it, just so it's you run the risk of weakening its structure entirely. I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't stress out the plastics like that. For me, I just kind of bear and grunt while I pop these things in, but I wouldn't do that. Back home in NB, the president lives right up the road of Moosehead. Moosehead, when I had it, it was good. What am I building for this again? I think it's on this box, right? Can I do, if it's okay with you, Mosaic, can I do the unicorn switches on the hotspot PCB? Would you be okay with that? Just because I don't want to run the risk of doing the unicorn switches on the solder and then somehow the stream just doesn't like the solder and my power dies again. Would it be cool with you if I did that? Because I think the other ones are silent switches, right? Unicorn switches are my favorite. I don't think I've ever used them. Actually, which ones are unicorn switches? These are unicorns. Sure sounds good? Perfect. You're the best. Interesting. Interesting switch. These springs are so nice.
Happy monthly anniversary to one of the best
Avo.
streamers, Duck Kiss. Wow.
Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Let's do aluminum with this. Does aluminum sound good, guys? I think for the silent build, we'll do polycarb. Or actually, is this top mount? This is top mount, right? Never mind. I'm doing the opposite here. I believe this is indeed top mounts. Oh, these have been lubed and filmed? I was gonna say, are these spring swapped as well, Mosaic? I don't know if you left many notes on what you did for mods here, but I kind of want to open one up if that's cool with you. Just stock springs. It's an interesting stock spring. What is that blue keyboard on your desk? Looks so good with those keycaps. That is called the Universe. Yeah, they're kind of, I mean, I don't know what particular weight this is, but they sort of have like a heavier, almost heavier feel on it. They sort of feel like a slow spring as well. Interesting. Apparently there's another run of this board, by the way, happening soon, the Universe. I don't know when, but someone was saying in chat. I rebuilt my Envoy last night and finally figured out why the sound was off. The lattice blocks were squished. So that was a thing. That's a very much a thing with the Envoy after time, I've noticed too. Yeah. Do you think, have you reached out to Mode at all? On mine too, Jur, recently, mine have squished a little bit too. Not crazy amounts, but that's why I think people were reporting that they were getting squished over time about 6-7 months ago. Actually, maybe a little longer. And that's why with the more recent iteration of the lattice blocks, they've been making them thicker, like more reinforced. Lettuce getting wilty. The super plate fork again. Do we want to use it again? Fine, we'll use it. No going back. Alex, I got a big idea on the works for a future issue in our magazine. Dude, I would love to hear about that. It's gonna be a lot of work, but so worth it. Totally interested, dude. I have the same lattice block issue on my Envoy, some of them squished and bent. Yeah, that's happened to me too. I mean, it doesn't make the keyboard not work per se, but I have noticed that with mine. I ended up just asking for another set. Now, mind you, I don't know if they'll do that for everyone. I think maybe I had a bit of a special privilege there. But I think you can just get another set. But I'm glad that they've, I mean, for the most part, they've really refined that. Holy plate fork? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, mine I'm gonna be honest, I used the fuck out of my Envoy, and mine lasted about, since it launched. It was only about a month or two ago that I noticed mine started to get squished too. So are these unicorn switches? I've never used these before. Are these very close to like a milky yellow? Actually, I've been getting some great clients recently who just want switches lubed, and I think in the last week, I am not kidding you guys, I have lubed almost 200 and, how many actually, 70, so 140, about 280 milky yellows, just for clients. Like not build requests, just switch requests. And I would say all of them pretty much have been the same, where it's been lube with 205 and then spring swap to, I think all but one was a 62 gram spring. And the other person was a 58. But I have shipped them all out over the last week. One person already got them in and said that they were very happy, which makes me happy. Oh Lord. Yeah, I love doing switch lubing for people, but at the same time, dude, switch lubing, fuck, it takes sometimes, what dude, all yesterday, other than streaming, I was doing switch lubing. I need to lube some more MX Blacks. I ordered some more MX 2As for myself because I really enjoyed my my experience with them. Sounds good, GB. Time consuming for sure. You know, I like how thoughtful this build is so far. I'm excited to put this in. I have a break-in machine. If I'm being honest, guys, the break-in of switches I've never cared for in this hobby. I don't know why. Some people swear by them. I think Tim really likes broken in cherry browns a lot. I could care less. Because you know what, guys, like, I'm buying this switch, you know? I kind of would just break it in myself with use. At this point, like at that point there, I totally get there's a different sound signature and stuff. But like, I don't know, man. It's just, for me, I don't know. I'd rather just deal with the switch on its own. It basically wears down in the material a bit. Yeah, I could care less, dude. And you know what? I will care less. So it's like an older switch in a way. Sort of, not really though. T-shirt memes. And then there's me, basically no lube, dry, spring swapped, and no films, dynamite, living on the edge, dude. Aren't Vince mostly broken in? No. You can actually get new old stock, which is a term some people absolutely hate, but... Hey Alex, are HMX really that loose? I had an experience where I had them in my Neo Ergo. I took them off, and when I installed some keys that were not working, I was talking with the QK support and found out the switches. What? No, they shouldn't. That shouldn't be the problem. Was it a hot swap build, Petrula? I would be hard pressed to see if that was the problem. If like the metal pins were too loose. That's, hey, you know what? That's the first I've ever heard of that. I don't think that should be the problem. I don't know. That's a strange one to me. Are you finished unpacking? I guess while I pop these switches in here, the long answer, I'll try to make it short though, is no, and I can't finish unpacking until I get my desk in. Basically, it's on me too. I ordered the desk thinking it would come in time, within the week, basically, like this week. And I figured I can just, you know, do 1 or 2 streams with this desk and then switch over immediately. But there was a bit of delay with the desk that I had to order. Basically, I noticed this one here is just way too warped. You guys laughing at me the last like year about my warped desk. You guys were very right. It's pretty bad. I still have to take a photo tomorrow. But yeah, it's like gotten worse. So I decided I'm just gonna pull the trigger and buy a new desk. It's so bad, dude. We secretly love the half pipe desk. Oh my god, dude. It's not a half pipe, guys. It's like a slight smile. It's just the slightest of smiles, okay? It's on 5 legs, basically. And still, it's warping in the center. A slight depressed smile. Oh my god. His desk become... Okay, you know what, guys? Leave me alone. Actually, I think it's better that we're doing these linear switches on the hot swap, just in case we need to change out some stuff for the spacebar. Just like a Wilba PCV? Oh my god. Donation goal for a desk? Nah, I wouldn't ask you guys for that. I don't think I ever have, and you know, maybe I'm fortunate in a way, but like, I don't think I ever will run like donation goals for stuff in the setup. I think I made this promise to you guys a long time ago, that any subs or bits that you guys give, like I try to keep some of that on the side for stream upgrades and things like this, which actually, believe it or not, happens quite a bit. For example, the cam links that run all these cameras, those don't last all that long. I've had to replace the cabling for those a bunch, and then the cameras dying has been a huge chunk of change as well. But yeah, I don't ever think I'm going to ask you guys for stuff like that. Like if it involves the setup, I'll deal with that. Cables die so quickly in a stream setup. It's one specific cable, and I hate that cameras use this. Micro HDMI to HDMIs. Those things, for whatever reason, every brand that I've bought has been utter crap. I could imagine using a full sensor camera for streaming can be a headache. Well, the only full sensor one I'm using is this. Everything else is crap. Alrighty, we are done this. So let's open up this. Ooh, these switches do look pretty good though. Alright, I'm feeling it. Yeah, this one here needs to be glued in a little bit more. So maybe that's another point of criticism. I know we already looked at that, but look at us. We have matching big ass forks. Hey, yo. All right, let's grab my screwdriver set. Yeah, this stream is it's been an investment. I'll say that. Have you tried Monoprice cables? Does Monoprice make an HDMI to mini HDMI or whatever the frick cable I need? Because I think I checked once and they don't. Oh, this is a nice screw. This is a hex bit. Ooh, or not a hex, a Torx bit. Nice. They do? Maybe I have to order some of those next time. Monoprice isn't bad. Unicorn switches look so chill. Actually, you know what? I'm going to open this because this might be a good little pickup soon. Okay. I'm going to see if I remember off the top of my head. Mosaic can correct me if I'm wrong. 19.4? Was it 19.4 mil for the front height of this keyboard? It's in a sweet spot. I recently got new IEMs. Dude, you know how badly I want to go back into the IEM hobby? So badly. Alright, inside looks good here too. In case you guys want to see a little side view of the board. System 65. Do you have any thoughts on the Wob Key Crush 80? I'm not sure which one that one there is, Silent. I do, Hector. It's all my exclamation point kit list. I think the majority of stuff, or you can just, you know what you can do, Hector? Go to my lube guide on my YouTube, and I would say that's a better list of the stuff I use for like what I use on stream for like modding and lubing and stuff. All right, let's do the daughter board. And I guess these are it, right? They're all the same. Using just hex for these. Neo 80 is probably still better, I guess. The Rainy 75. I've looked at the Rainy 75 shell. It just doesn't do anything for me. I get why people like the Rainy 75, but I just feel like that whole board is a bit, for lack of a... Oh no, these are Torx as well? God damn, never mind. They're a bit boring looking to me, and I don't know, I'm not into them personally. It's for the masses. The Rainy, maybe. Neo 80 with pudding. Putting keycaps, or like putting... God, putting keycaps is a name I haven't even said in a while. I don't know if people still use putting keycaps. The Rainy 75 is for the masses, for people who are entering the hobby. How much is the Rainy? It's what, like $100 or something? I feel like there's kind of better boards for $100 these days. The only concern I have about the sound profile, if I'm being real with you guys, is this has a lot of fun little additions to it. I hope that this isn't a hollow sounding board. Maybe we'll get some different sound diffusion for the angles cut over here, but we'll see. We shall see. Alrighty. PCB. Thing where you have names like Hippio really pushing out the hype. I feel like even before Hippio did that board though, I guess I have to do this top mount first. I feel like I've seen that board pretty much everywhere. The Rainy was just on TikTok for me before it was on anything else. Why aren't you getting back into the IEM hobby? Honest truth, I learned recently that I just don't want to be in hobbies that I don't enjoy. Even if I like the stuff, like I enjoy music and I enjoy audio. And I guess what I mean by I don't enjoy is I just don't enjoy the atmosphere and the community. I'm gonna be real. I don't really care for the community in the music IEM hobby. And like, yeah, you could go in and try to create your own and find like-minded people, but God, when I was in IEMs and audio and stuff, it was a drag talking to people. Like I felt like there was just judgment being thrown around everywhere, dude. So I don't care. Like I just don't want to be in those particular hobbies. Like I just want to be in a hobby where I can just like fucking chill and enjoy what I'm doing. You know, hopefully there's no judgment passed on to me while I'm doing it. Unless, you know, it's a legitimate piece of criticism. But even that, some people think their criticism is all legitimate, right? So top mount, good mounting points here. Can appreciate that. Alrighty, these switches look sweet. Facts that I stereotype audiophiles because they're so pretentious. Well, there was a few people I met in the audio hobby that were great. But like, it was very much outweighed by how pushy everyone is. And imagine this, right? Imagine you're in the keyboard hobby right now. And you're trying to do your thing. You're just trying to enjoy keyboards. And you post your keyboard. And this still happens, right? But not to the level of the audio stuff. You're trying to enjoy your keyboards. And every time you post a keyboard, you get greeted with this. Why didn't you just buy this instead? Why did you spend $60 on this? You could have bought this. What a waste of money. This one here has better top end and high end. Why did you do this? Why did you do that? Like, it's just like, why? And it's like a whole bunch of that shit. This still happens in keyboards. Like it does. Like you can't ignore it, but Jesus, like the audio hobby was just like every time you posted something or just you want to share your experiences, it was just like, but why though? Why did you do that? And I was just like, fuck, man, can't you just, you know, at the end of the day, I've always grown up like this, right? You know, if I'm happy about something and I say, hey guys, I got this. This works really well for me. It's been working really well. I wanted to share my experience. This particular switch opener works extremely well. you know, in my mind, I'm not going to go to the guy, even if I know that this particular switch opener is maybe the better one for me or whatever. I'm not going to go and shit on that person's parade and be like, actually, you wasted your money. You wasted it. Go buy this one instead. Like, and I hear so many people just, yeah, but you need to do that because that's how you teach people. No, you're just being a pretentious asshole. Like, you're just being someone who just is so inept socially that it's just, you can't just let people enjoy themselves. You know? That's always been my thing. It's just, I hate people who have to stick their nose into everything and criticize everything everyone does. It's just like, I feel like it's insecurities. Like, from a big standpoint, it's just you're fucking insecure. Just let people enjoy things. Like, not everything needs to be your way. And I think that's what really drove me away from liking audio stuff. I find audio gear interesting, but I can't stand the community at high level. I'd rather just experience things on my own. Yeah, exactly. Actually. What switch opener? This one here is from Ilum KB. I've used this forever. I love this particular switch opener.
Let me get a kiss.
Got you, dude. All right, let's find the right bit for this. What would you choose to lean or learn how to lube for the first time? KT roses or Gat milky yellows? Dude, go all in and do Gat milky yellows. All in. Oh, is this not closing properly here? One sec, guys. Title shebang? What happened there? Be right back, gonna grab some light dinner. Ooh, what's for dinner? What keycaps are we putting on this today? Hope you had a good week, Alex. I had a decent week, I'd say. It's been stressful. It's been a learning process. More than anything, it's been a learning process. But I'm slowly getting into the swing of things. And I don't know, I'm happy to start getting into that routine now, I guess. I love the look of this on your desk. I think that's what's really striking to me about this. It has a very unique look. Evil Eye would look good on this. Ooh, you know what? This week was definitely tough, but we made it through the weekend. Thank you, guys. Little question, Mr. Alex, did you ever get the NRD Oku? I tried pulling some strings to that one, but you know, I think Mr. Lulstack's got a little busy, but I did try to get in on it. I don't know what's going on with it, but I did try. My keycap collection, I mean, it's like a decent size, I'd say. It's nothing too crazy. I think it only looks crazy because I have everything in plastic bins. Should I do Evil Eye? I don't even know where I put Evil Eye. Oh, I think this is it. Literally right here. How many sets do I have? I mean, I think I have a fair amount of PBT sets, because PBT was the thing I was most interested in when I first started the hobby. But GMK sets, I mean, like, I can do a quick math of this. 5 times 5, so 25 sets there. Then, which one is 14? Okay, this is as much as I have. I have 52 sets of GMK. I don't think it's that crazy considering. Like, personally, I don't, but okay, I'm gonna I don't mean to be mean. I might switch out the mods for these. Oh, keep doing. I don't have that plugged in yet, but I will soon. I think these switches might be a smidge over lubed, but we'll see. If they do feel a little bit over lubed, I will swap out some of them for non-over lubed ones. For a normal person, it's crazy if your job's... Yeah, I think it's my job anyway, so like it's not... That's why I don't think it's like overly crazy. It's not like an insane amount, but... No, I don't think I'm gonna... I don't know if I want nuke data. Like, I think nuke data is something I like on the surface, but I don't know if I want it. What's that beauty of a keyboard up there? That's the universe. The universe. Beautiful, beautiful keyboard, by the way. The universe is. I don't think I do the accent arrow here. Or you know what? Let's do accent arrows, no accent enter. That I'm down for. Change it up a smidge today. I feel like 25 is a good amount. Have I had any natural colors? Like, I mean, I want to start getting into more of like the more neutral sets, because I think I have a lot of out there sets, and lately I've been leaning towards using more neutral things lately, for sure. That is very much for sure. DMG, oh dude, DMG is a sick set. I have a set of DMG, yes. That is a great set. I think, like, okay, what is the set that you guys most regret buying? And then what's the set you guys couldn't live without now? For me, my regret is Bento. I don't love Bento, and I don't use it on anything, and I don't know, it's just not my thing anymore. And then the set that I most enjoy, like, I actually think it might be Sloth lately. Sloth is just something I love looking at. Or Future Funk. Greg, you know, please don't make this a thing, by the way. I'm just talking out loud, okay? Please. I really think I prefer Greg over Bento just for use case alone, because I can use Greg on more things. Bento's a little tough. I don't know why. Bento's just hard to match things with, dude. It really is. When Bento hits, though, it hits. But Bento is tough to use. Bento's so hard to match. It is, dude. It's so difficult. But when you can get it to work, like I said, it works well. It's just tough. I can't believe you've done this. I'm sorry. Listen. Just, like, be nice to me, guys. That's all I ask. That's it. Okay? I kind of have regrets about buying Kaiju. Yeah, I think Kaiju might be one of those things where it has to be something you're interested in for it to work. I get that. Totally get that. Absolutely understand your sentiment there. My regret isn't necessarily due to the set itself. It's more that I got it from KBB. Is that what's KBB again? And took over a month to do anything about it. So, Aloha KB. Oh, I think I know which one you mean. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some turn-offs when it comes to like brand purchases as well. I get that. Keebs for all. Oh, okay. Keebs for all. I don't know what the fuck's happening with them lately. Are they... do I dare to ask? I think they've had to make a decision about them on the vendor list recently. My fave is DMG. It matches Game Boy, DMG, and Pocket. Synergy's good. Lots of things. I mean, on the positive side, though, I have been absolutely in love with some of the vendors that have been doing some blessed work right now. Absolutely. My best purchase has to be Retro Mix Light. Oh, that's a great set, dude. Dude, Retro Mix Light was one of those sets that really... Dude, it just like blew me away, dude. Will you sell me your GMK Sloth? I can't. It was given to me by someone here, and I cannot part with it. Retro Mix Light's sick. It's a sick set, dude. Also, this is a great combo for this particular board here today. Whoever suggested this, hats off to you. Keycap Bow is my favorite set. Best $50 I've spent. Oh, dude, it's fantastic. The pumpkin spice version of Retro Mix Light, I think I did. I don't know if those colors are exactly my thing. I think those might be a little bit too... I don't know. I think I'm vibing with different colors lately. But I think I saw it. I think it's the one I'm thinking of. Saw Scale. Thank you so much for the tier 1,
Made it
man.
just in time.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, you made it just in time. We're almost done building this board here. I think I'm gonna have to go buy this set myself. It's been on my... Oh, this particular set? It's a good set. Mr. Manoli's set. With legibility, viewing on screen versus IRL at a meetup can help with deciding. I think the only set that I have that was a little tough legibility-wise was Mecha Kaiju, but even that's like not awful. I feel like that's a very... It's kind of a niche set anyways, you know? A bit more niche. By the way, what do you guys have planned for tonight? I want to put an artisan on this, but I don't know where any of my artisans are except for my Pokemon artisans. This is all I have on my desk right now. Ooh, wait, Lugia would kind of slap on this. Fuck it, I'm putting Lugia on this. It's going to be a different profile. I know, but we're putting Lugia on this today. I have a few S-Craft. I have not been collecting very much recently just because, like, they're pricey. That does look pretty sick. In and out at my house right now with my friends celebrate accepting a new job offer and our friend's puppy's first birthday. What a great night. Dr. Dave, you like it? It's a nice little artisan. Sorry, this is really loud, by the way. I want a few more of these. Fuck, I feel like I stopped collecting them. Every time I look at these, though, I get into one of these moods where I'm like, I did stop collecting the Pokemon ones. Because they're like $40 a piece. And it was just getting too expensive.
Alexotos amazing.
Schwinn, thank you so much, man. But like, a part of me hates the fact that I stopped. Because now I don't have a complete up-to-date. They're like 40 or 50 a piece. That's crazy, you said only. But yeah, I know some are so fucking expensive when it comes to artisans. Sorry, my language. 40's not bad. There are definitely ones that cost more than 40. 100% agree. I know, dude, the fact that we have to say only 40, but no, 40 to me was a lot. I had to stop collecting them. Ooh, okay. So this is the Unicorn. What is it, Unicorn? Gatoron Unicorn switches? Sorry, this is my first time using these. Gatoron Unicorn switches with a polycarbonate plate and top mount, which is, by the way, polycarb top mount. It's just a killer combination. This is going to be the System 65. We're using some TX stabs, which... Oh, you know what? Hold on, let me take off my headset for this. I'm already a little bit surprised by the sound profile. because I was expecting something a little bit... Again, I've used this before, but it was at a meetup, so it's hard to tell the sound signature. Hold on a second. Again, I'm going to be real. I think these switches are a tad on the heavier side for lube. Yeah, I can hear the lube. So let me just take out 1 or 2 of these. It's okay. We'll take out 1 or 2. And then let's, yeah, they're a little over lubed. Let's see. Do I have another? Yeah, I think I did some Gator on Milky Yellows today. Let's just use 1 or 2 of these Milky Yellows. We have Nixies as well. We can try a whole bunch of different things. So let's try a Milky Yellow. So I can hear the sound. It's like there. May have to use a different switch for this. Maybe a Nixie will help bring this to life a smidge more. Yeah, the spacebar is a little on the quieter side. But let's try Nixie. Wet is definitely the sound. Yeah, I think, unfortunately, these Gator on Unicorn switches are... Let me tune the stabs too. Just a little bit too heavy on lube. Like, it's just that breaking point that makes a switch kind of overlubed. But let's do a few things to make sure these sound better here. The magnet bottom weight probably is dampening a bit too much. I don't know if that's dampening it per se. Because there's been boards with like really... It's definitely on the lower side, huh? Let's try one other switch here. BCP spacebar. Maybe this is a long pole switch board. Let's grab a Obscura, maybe. Have a clacky switch on hand? Oh, of course. Let me go find a clackier switch. Oh, do I have Obscuras just like lying around somewhere? I want to try an Obscura. One sec, guys. Let me switch cameras here so you don't see my back of my head. Obscuras. Obscuras there. Just for a test, remove the back piece? Sure, give me one moment. We can try it out. Okay, the Obscuras, high key, kind of a cheat code. Let's try an Obscura out as well. I mean, it's there with the Obscura for sure. It's quite nice with the Obscura. It definitely has a bit more of a flatter spacebar though. Like it's not, yeah, it's not, I wouldn't say it's like a completely dead sounding spacebar. I think what most people kind of expect these days is the spacebar to kind of have a pop. Yeah, it's because the switches are a smidge overlooped. So let's switch out a few of these things here. Yeah, they definitely sound a bit heavy on the lube side. But let's see. Let's swap out a few. Obscura is almost harsh, but still works. Yeah, and I wonder though, what if we did take out that weight? But let's try putting in some of Gator on Milky Yellows first. And let's do JH. Okay. So let's see. I mean, the alphas sound great with the Milky Yellows. Oh, yeah. Okay, so these Gator on Unicorns. I really like the alphas with the milky yellows. I don't know if it's the unicorns. Again, I've never used the unicorns. This was sent to me by Mosaic to use with his build here. But I do feel like the unicorns are just heavy on lube. That could also be a preference thing. Like, I'm not going to discount that. But I do feel like it sounds better with the milky yellows, personally. Also, thank you, Steven. I appreciate that, man. Thank you, dude. I really do appreciate that. Let's turn this back on here. Thank you. However, let's also see if we take out the weight here, what happens. It actually gives it more of a... I don't know if I'm into it without the weight. I don't know, I feel like it has a bit of an echo. Oh no, one of the weights, we've already established the glue one. It's not great on this particular unit here, but you think it sounds better without the weight? Interesting. I wonder then, maybe switching to like a piece of... You know what else I'm very curious about? Mosaic, is it chill if I try a few things? Can I try doing one thing? Lego, I have no idea where I put that bag at the moment with all your things. I had it yesterday with me. We'll try it another day. I really don't know where I put that thing. I want to just put some masking tape on this. Some painter's tape. I just want to do a small force break on the magnets. Yeah. Because it could literally just be that this is causing some issues like that. Sorry, this is not going to be the most like best cut force break in the world, but actually, I was talking to some other people who do some pretty crazy mods, and just some friends too. There is actually some reasons why you'd force break a weight. Someone was actually telling me, I can't remember who was telling me, it might have been, actually I don't remember who it said, I don't want to say and it be wrong. But someone was actually telling me to force break the derivative weight. Because apparently that helps a lot on the derivative, which is interesting. The tape will at least hold the place of the magnet, yeah. Do you guys hear any difference here? I'm gonna rely on you guys. Yeah, I do agree. I do think there's a smidge of... Okay, we have to try ignoring the alphas right now. We've already know the alphas can sound really good if we just use some properly lubed switches here, but let's see. What if we were to take off the tape now? Oh, look, dude, this one here just brought the tape with it. That is funny. Let's do an A-B comparison real quick. It's okay, Mosaic. Let us know that won't happen with the final unit here. The scissors match the board? I try my best. What can I say? I try to make everything matchy. It's the slightest difference. Like, I can definitely hear the pitch sort of shifts, but it's the slightest difference, I think. Yeah, I do think maybe some sort of, you know what might help for this? If Mosaic added some sort of like film that goes in between this. Some machines, or not machine, but some like pre-cut film that just sits on top in between. That might actually help a lot with this. Past that though, yeah, it's a very subtle shift up. Past that, I do think that the board has the potential to sound really good. What I would probably want to focus on for this build here, or this particular kind of board, I don't know if it's possible to add now, but I think some sort of, I don't even know if you really need it though. I would want to see something else here. Should you guys want to, instead of maybe soldering the other PCB, which is just silence, you know what we could do? We could swap this over to use the aluminum plate. It shouldn't take very long. Maybe that's what we do instead of soldering today? I don't know. You guys want to try that? Maybe that will kind of up the sound a little bit. It's not going to be a group buy. It's actually going to be an in-stock buy. Do I have enough obscuras for this? That's the real question here. I don't know if I do. Rebuild with alu? Sure, let's do that. I did tell Mosaic we'd do 2 PCBs. But, you know what? If it means that we can do 2 different plates with the same switches, I think that's a more valuable piece of information. This is a long screwdriver. In stock is Primo. Yeah, I can definitely see why there's going to be a bit of an overhead price on this because it is going to be in stock. I don't know how I feel about the $450 price point. I think for $450, I know it's like a relatively small run. It's in stock. It does look like a lot of work went into accessories and build guides and just small quality of life things, which I, again, very much appreciate. I think I would be happier to see this board at a 375, 350 mark. Mainly because I feel like, I do feel like if I want to spend 450, there's a lot of competition out there. And I'm not going to say, hey, this board doesn't come with a weight, because I think that's a lame thing to kind of look at. I think there's great boards that don't need giant weights. You know, and I'm not going to look at just like, hey, I didn't get this raw piece of material. But I think if this was priced more competitively, that would make more sense to me. You know what I mean? Just a slight bit. I haven't kept up, but they've gotten prices down a lot. Granted, there's also inflation. Inflation for a lot of stuff these days? Yeah, I know, it's totally a thing. Totally a thing these days. Just use that other screwdriver. Shit, that works for me. Please stop rolling. I haven't, sorry, different switches. We're gonna use the same, should we use different switches? I'm gonna be honest, guys, I don't have any, like, I didn't prep anything for this build for personal switches. This was sent to me by Mosaic. I don't think I have enough obscuras in here to do a build. I definitely don't. There's only like 30 or 40 of them in here. So I don't know if I can give you guys that today. The only thing I can think of is I can use a set of unlubed obscuras if you guys want. And those milky yellows are actually a client's milky yellows, like I just lubed. So I'm not going to use the whole batch and potentially ruin them all. I could do unlubed. How was the first build? I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think we're kind of a little bit, not jade per se, but I think we're kind of getting thrown off by the switches here. I think the switches are just ever so slightly throwing us off. We can use a set of unlubed Obscuras. The factory lubed people seem to really like anyways, so I'll go grab a set of those and we'll rebuild this board here with aluminum plates. Any HMX? Do I have any HMX stock right now? I don't know if I do. That is the honest thing, is I really don't know if I honestly have any. SWK switches are super loud and clacky. Ooh, do I have any of those? I don't think I do. I don't know if I do, to be honest. You gave away too many switches? I did give away a lot of switches recently. It's okay though. Box Jades. Do I have any box Jades? You know what, you're making me think. Do I have cheese switches? No, I had a little bag. I actually have them on display because they have little cheese things. Crispy, I did. And the first 3 or 4 episodes I've watched, and I really like it so far. Is it it's Firin, right? Firin? Dude, it is such a good show so far. Very much been enjoying it. Delicious in the Dungeon, though? That's also very good. That's also very, very, very good, yes. I haven't finished it, though, if I'm being honest. Not yet, anyways. 2 favorite animes right now for real. Yo, what, those 2? Or if they were asking me, sorry. Yeah, I mean, they're good. I really enjoy both of them so far. Makes me hungry, though. I get that. I totally understand. Alright, let's pop out these switches, put them back in the bag. I'm not an anime person at all. I mean, I feel like with a lot of these animes, you don't need to be an anime person, if I'm being real. You know, when I first got into anime, I was so like against it. I'm like, man, I do not want to do anime. Like, I am just like, it's not for me. And the first anime I think I ever watched was Clannad, maybe? Was it Clannad? No, it wasn't Clannad. It was... I watched 1 or 2 episodes of Attack on Titan. That's when I first started watching anime. And then my friend told me to watch Clannad, and then I watched that, and then I watched Little Busters, and then I watched Angel Beats, and then I watched a whole bunch of other things. Gurren Lagann was really good too. I watched that, like, I think that was my original, like, first 10 animes. You know, don't hate me for this. To this day, I don't think Clannad was that sad. Please don't fucking hate me, dude. I've watched animes where I've been in shambles. Like, absolute shambles. Clannad was not one of those. I'm gonna keep it a buck, guys. Clannad was not one of those, dude. Made in Abyss. Made in Abyss was good. Oh, most sad anime? Dude, Violet Evergarden. Nothing compares, nothing competes. It's easily Violet Evergarden. The first 3 episodes of Violet Evergarden, you're like, alright. Story about this person here. I don't want to spoil it for you guys. And then it just fucking hits you, dude. Every episode just fucking hits you. Assassination Classroom was really good too. Haven't seen the Violet Evergarden movie, but I've heard it's insanely good. I really enjoyed... I don't know, is the first one considered a movie? It's like a 2-part special type thing. Fuck, now I kind of want to... Yeah, I might rewatch it too. The movie, anyways. Made in Abyss fucked me up. Made in Abyss was good. I don't think it fucked me up as much as Ballad Evergarden did. I was messed up at Ballad Evergarden. Like, so messed up, dude. Have you watched all of Made in Abyss, though? No. Okay. Does anyone here want to explain to me how to watch it? Because if I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't remember anything from the first one. It was good. I remember that much. I don't remember what happened like towards the end. I have to go rewatch it. But I also don't understand the whole movies. Like, do I have to go rewatch those too? Or do I not watch those? Or like, is that afterwards? Watch Tokyo Ghoul? Hey, we try not to remember Tokyo Ghoul here. Tokyo Ghoul? We just chalk that up that didn't exist. Tokyo Ghoul was, it's in the same realm as Promised Neverland, I think. Or whatever that anime was. Same realm. They did both those animes pretty dirty. I don't think we talk about those anymore, man. Season 2 of Tokyo Ghoul was like, what the fuck is this, dude? Pacific Rim moment? Oh my god. I mean, Tokyo Ghoul Season 1 was fantastic, but I don't know what the fuck happened in Season 2. I really don't know. It's crazy to me, man. Crazy that got to, like, list it to do it. I don't know. How's the build going? We built it. I think the build itself it's a pretty simple build. You know, it builds nice. The aesthetic of the board is nice. The quality is definitely there. Some things I'd like to see cleaned up, like the ano, I feel like isn't perfect. And for 450, I'd want it to be perfect. However, this is a prototype. The magnets need to be cleaned up a little bit too, which Mosaic has already said that's going to be cleaned up. However, I mean, like, the PCBs are great, like, everything else seems fantastic. However, the sound signature was a little bit flat with the provided switches that they gave us today. So we're going to try swapping out for the aluminum plate, and we're going to use some other switches that I have on hand. So I'm going to go grab those now. We just need a set of this ready to go. We're going to use some Obscuros today. Get there. These are factory lubed. And we'll use the aluminum plate this time. Because there's a small part of me that wants to chalk this up to maybe this particular build doesn't sound super great with PC, even though it's a typical combo that I normally do, which is PC top mount. Or maybe those over-lubed switches are kind of throwing us off to the point where we're not enjoying the build. So I don't think we need a plate fork for this at all today. For this piece anyways. Do you think about hyperglides? What do you think about hyperglides? I think they're good. If I had to pick something right now, I'd prefer the MX2As. Hyperglides to me, like, they sound great. You can get them to sound great, but there's something about them, man. Bye, Cabu. Take care. Why are factory lube Obscuros so much better than hand lubed? Is it because of overlubing? Okay, well, since we're kind of on the topic of overlubing, let me try to figure out how I want to say this. A lot of people tend to, especially on their first batch of switches, I mean, I'm no exception, man. I remember my first batch of switches I ever lubed were a batch of Gatoron inks, and I drowned those things in lube, dude. Like, they were begging to be let go from the grasps of lube I put on them. They wanted a lifeline thrown to them, and I did not give them to them, all right? They were glazed, bro. And I thought that was it. Like, I'm like, dude, this is a lube switch. These sound great. I think you tend to realize afterwards that there's a lot of negatives that come with overlubing a switch. Like, there's like a muddy sound signature. They kind of sound like, they sound squishy. It's weird. And I think as you kind of tune your switches and get a kind of grasp of how to tune switches, you realize how easy it is to overlube something. Like, you can do it by accident. You have a heavier hand one day, you're not paying attention, you're on autopilot. And I think people prefer stock stuff, like the Obscuras, for example, because maybe the application of lube they're putting on is over like the amount that should be put on. But I've heard a lot of people say they love Obscura's stock. I actually don't like Obscura's stock personally, but I can understand why people like them stock. 11 out of 10 of my Obscuras came over-lubed. I still recommend, hey, for everyone here, if you guys buy Obscura switches or just any switch, HMX included, I always, guys, I can't stress this enough. Open up your switches, make sure everything's done right. You know, I don't think there's been a brand yet who has produced 10 to 10 factory lube switches. I think HMX may have come the closest, but there's still issues with them too, and some people report more issues than others. Listen, I'll say this until I'm blue in the face. You're going to spend all this money on the keyboard, the least you can do is spend an hour or two of your time opening up the switches and making sure the lube is good. That's it. That's it. Okay? That's my thing for today. Honeydew switches. I remember them. They were nice. HMX has cut down on their lube on their new switches. Yeah, I've spoken to a few people who are involved in that, and they have definitely told me that they're slowly cutting back on the amount of lube so this doesn't happen. Like, there's refinements being done, which makes sense. Need me some SWKs? SWK switches are great too. I've heard a few people complain about SWKs being overlubed as well. I don't think there's a perfect switch yet. Personally, I just use the switches and then open them and tune them as I notice issues. I mean, if you're using hot swap, that makes a lot of sense. I would do the exact same thing. Just pop them in, and then if I find issues, just take them out and redo them. I checked most of my Ola Kings, and the newer batches seem to be really consistent. Dude, Gatoron, if I'm being, I guess, critical about how much of lube everyone applies, I think Gatoron's the most egregious. Gatoron tends to give me really good batches of switches and then really shit batches of switches that I need to relube. Gatoron's been the worst for that, if I'm being honest, man. The absolute, like, worst. But I also love Gatoron switches, so. Actually, in those milky yellows I did for that client, some of them had an insane amount of lube on them. Yeah, I feel like with Gatoron, there's no like, oh yeah, this is acceptable. There's no in between. All right, let's pop this guy back on. Where's this little screwdriver now? Where's the stick? Yeah. Oh, right there. Alex, if your Crytox came in many colors, what color would you want? Hold on a second. Does it apply in that color? Orange. Orange, I think. Or high key, there's a little part of me that would want them to come in like red. All right. High key though, red, and then I can tell people my stabs are bleeding. A little bit of dark humor, I guess, but that'd be like, yeah, they're just bleeding right now. Blood for the blood gun? Yeah. I can literally say I put blood, sweat, and tears in these things. You dare say this? Okay, you know what, Cheeseman? I don't even want to read that. Oh my goodness. It's actually genius, Alex. I mean, that would be a cool, like, Halloween thing. Can you imagine, though, using a set of clear switches and then using red lube on clear switches? Can you imagine? Oh my god, my hands are shaky right now. What happened to the screw? Fall on the carpet? Hello? Hold on. Where'd it go? What the? Hold on, guys. I dropped a screw. Now to find where it is. Found you. Literally right underneath the chair. The current Krytox is too clear. Oh, that's what you're trying to say. Like, Krytox is just too clear. You know, I think you need to set up a good light for that, though. Truly. I see what you mean, though. That's a good point. That is a really good point. But could you bust out the Toxic Unicorn after this build? I love the look of that board. Yo, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't even know where my green unicorn is right now. Actually, I don't even know where I put my Sonnet. There's still keyboards in boxes. The only boards I have access to right now are a select few. I don't know where I put anything right now, Crispy. Come back to me in about a few weeks when I start to organize everything. I have postponed organizing because... Oh yeah, I like that sonnet too, the Kiki's Delivery Service sonnet. I postponed organizing because I am waiting for the new desk to come in, and I kind of set up everything very temporarily until then. So once that comes in, I will really work on getting things set up proper. What desk did you get? So I decided to go with a Canadian brand for it. I went with Ergonoffice. First, I've had a few friends tell me they've ordered from them and had really good experiences, which was important to me because it's a big purchase. Like, it's a really big purchase. And I don't want to deal with like having to ship something back, you know? Aluminum top mount time. Let's put some switches back on this thing. Does the desk brand have a showroom of some kind? They have one in Montreal, but I'm not going to go all the way to Montreal for that. That is kind of out of the way. This already sounds miles better, by the way, guys. Love that city, Montreal. I haven't been in a while. In a long old time. It's been a very long time since I've been there. Alu always hits. Yeah, this is already sounding better. I mean, again, I'm a little surprised personally because usually PC top mount is just like a dream sound signature for me. But hey, not every board's built the same. Ever been to Victoria? No. Maybe down the road I'd like to go there. There's a lot of places I want to go to. A little something about me. I have bad anxiety when it comes to like work and stuff like that. That's why it's really tough for me to take time off. I feel like I'm glued to responsibilities, and it's not like I hate doing them. I actually like my responsibilities. Like even jobs that I technically like in the past have hated. Like I like the routine, you know? It sounds lame, but it's really hard for me to go take vacations. It's hard for me to take time off because then I miss my routine and I feel like I'm being thrown off. And I don't like that. And it gives me this sense of like instability, which makes me feel even more shitty. So it's really tough for me to grasp with that. You know what I mean? So as much as I would love to do so many things, like go to Victoria, I would love to go visit some more like really fun areas. I would love to go to Banff again, but it's weird. I know that sounds weird, but it's nice. Yeah, like we're all built different. We're all wired to enjoy different things, and I think for me, I just like my stability of working. I feel bad when I just sit and watch TV. Dude, I don't mind sitting and watching TV, but like I always feel like in the back, I don't know if you're like this too, Skill. I'm always kind of like doing something. I'm like answering a single email. I'm like reading something. I'm trying to like learn in the background. I'm like, yeah, I feel a little guilty for doing this right now. Just consider a break once in a while. Yeah, I try. I mean, I think we all do. I think we're all on the same page with that. Patterns of habits are so comforting. Of habits, or of patterns rather. Patterns of habits. Maybe that's what it is too. Just like it's comforting to me. All right. Dude, we're like very color matched today on the desk. Let's put this weight back on this too. All right, so the System 65. I mean, this already sounds miles better. Oh yeah. Okay, I want to chalk this up to maybe the PC plate's just not vibing with this board. This sounds miles better, dude. This is something, I mean, I'd use this every day. Why not? I'd still want to lube my Obscuras. I know the difference in sound between non-lubed or stock Obscuras and... Okay. PC plate, because we did try an Obscura before with the PC plate. Maybe PC plate's a bit of a miss with this particular board. I feel like maybe we had a really bad combination of things. I'm gonna keep it real, dude. We had a real bad combination of the unicorns being overlubed, and maybe the PC plate wasn't the thing for this board. But no, this sounds really good now. Like genuinely miles better. Hey, don't laugh at my screwdriver moving back and forth.
Evening, Alex.
Zeal, thank you so much, man. I appreciate the tier 1. No, this sounds miles better. It's a very nice sounding keyboard. No, this is way better, dude. Here, we'll try some of the... We'll put 2 or 3 of the smoothies in there, too. Please let us enjoy the desk jokes. You guys can have the desk jokes, okay? Sounds very nice. Yeah. I still would like to see this board priced around the $400 mark instead of the $450 mark, if I'm being honest. Hell, I would love to see this in the $350 mark. The $350 mark, I feel like, would be super competitive for this board. Yeah, I agree. It does have a bit of a sonnet-like sound signature. I do agree with that. Can we have the desk? I mean, I'm not going to throw it out. I'm going to reuse it for something else. I don't know what I'll use it for, but... Now, guys... These are very over... Like... So, Obscuras... They're overlubed. Again, we're going to chalk this up to switches were not the greatest. It's it's whatever. Sometimes these things happen. I'm glad that we got it built with, you know, some switches that I've personally kind of, not vetted per se, but like I know how obscure sound. They're a little squishy. I just think they're just over-lubed. I don't want to harp on them for being over-lubed, but you can definitely tell. However, the aluminum plate does make a big difference here, and for the better. I would probably stick with the aluminum plate if you guys were deciding to pick this up. And I think the in-stock nature of this is going to be really nice too. But you know, Mosaic has definitely put a lot of work into this, and I appreciate it. It's a unique keyboard in the sense of it has some customizable parts. I really like the way this bottom looks. I think this has its own kind of unique vibe to it. It's a nice looking keyboard. Side profile is very unique too. Again, it's kind of an interesting switch. Normally you would find this weight piece on the back. So an interesting switch for sure. Well, that's a really tall keycap, the SA keycap there. The borders are nice. I kind of like the fact that it's squared off at the bottom and then kind of curves towards the top, just because it has this kind of bottom accent over here that you can visibly see, which is cool. And now that we got the sound signature cleaned up, it's a good sounding keyboard. You don't need to do any weird mods to this too. Like I was thinking maybe we have to force break it. Although I would still recommend this to Mosaic. On the bottom piece over here, maybe still include some sort of like film that kind of just sits on top or goes in the bottom over here, just to avoid any weird resonance with magnets. Magnets are tricky to implement. I always feel like magnets need to be, I don't know, there needs to be some sort of like silicone force break between them, or just something to make sure they don't rattle and vibrate for whatever reason. And then the accent's cool too. Like, I think there's a lot of fun aspects to this board. The 450 mark though, I think that's kind of making me feel a little bit, it's just too high, I think. I think the 450 mark's a little too high for what I would personally pay for this. I would feel, again, more comfortable at like a $350 to $400 mark. To screw in the weight, that'd be cool too. I mean, an option too, but I don't know if that's completely necessary. Magnetism boards, the TGR boards, I feel that. I mean, it's a nice full sound signature too. That's what I'm really impressed about with this too. For having for having a bottom weight instead of a typical top weight or centered weight, I'm impressed with the sound signature. I like it. Sounds good. I would assume this would be considered the weight because I believe this is a different material. What material is this again? Is this stainless steel? Let me see. This should be considered it, right? But let me double check the material here. Eesh, my back. Whew. Let's see. Let's say, what material is this? Does it say anywhere here? I don't know if Mosaic's still in chat. What material is this? Is stainless steel? Okay, yeah, it feels like that stainless steel heaviness. Stainless steel. You know, actually, in a way, it's kind of smart that it's on the bottom. It really kind of, you know, again, PC plate aside, maybe the PC plate's not the best fit for this board. This really kind of makes the board sound super full. Nice. Again, we've covered a lot of stuff with this board. We've gone over everything with this. We've given it 2 builds. Mosaic, I'm real sorry about these switches, man. They're a smidge over-lubed, and I think I'm glad we had some Obscuras on hand. I'm super glad. Does your opinion change after a few weeks of a keyboard? So here's another thing with keyboards, right? Chowsy, thank you so much for the Prime, by the way. I appreciate the 6 months. Okay, here's the thing with keyboards, right? I feel the best time to really judge a sound signature is within the first 24 hours of using it. I feel like after 24 hours, on most good builds, like good solid builds, you tend to get accustomed to that sound signature and you tend to not be as critical about it. For me, certain boards after a week, I'm like, this sounds amazing. Like, I'm so happy with this. And then I'll go use something else and be like, I suddenly like this. Plus, there's that mental aspect of like change. Like, you can really hear the difference between, your current and your next. So I feel like the first 24 hours, hell, even the first few hours of like listening to a keyboard is really important. I mean, that's why the streams are very helpful, because I can be like, oh yeah, I just came off of using the Universe. So we can see the differences and contrast them. But with Hot Swap, I used to change builds like a psycho every other day. Fuck. Okay, the aluminum plate in this really changed it. I think it sounds really good with the aluminum plate. I should really ask Mode to run another batch of these Obscura switches too. The ones with the lighter springs. Because they're sold out and I'm running out too. I think I have like 2 bags left of them and that's it. Like this one and one other bag and then I'm out of them again. It's my first time looping after years of not doing it. It's okay. I get it. It happens. No big deal, Mosaic. However, there's always that switch that gets fatigued after some prolonged use. And now all I want to throw is the Owl Labs Neons away. Oh, that for sure too. I feel that. Gat X. I feel like I have. I'm here for more Otos Obscuras. I'll ask. I legit want another run? Okay, I'll send them a message. I would buy another bag of Toes Obscuras for sure. Alright, that's good to know. I'll see if they want to run one more. We had those, I know they're exactly the same as Obscuras, but we had the springs custom made basically for that particular switch. Like we went through a whole batch of getting a spring. We didn't just like take one off the market. We actually made a new spring for that particular switch. Roland, I will. I don't know when, but I will be doing that. I have it with me, I think. But I will indeed. Alright, well, if you guys were interested in the project, the IC is still up on Mosaic's website. So you guys can read the interest check there. So if this did interest you, all in all, I would say there's a handful of tweaks. I think Mosaic's like 90% there. Some tweaks, some little, suggestions that we've kind of popped in there, but overall, pretty good. Chocolate bar tier list. Do we have it? Should we do it? I think visually though, the one thing Mosaic, I want to stress is I would probably see if you can get some of this ano cleaned up, because I do see some like random lines on the back. Again, I know this is a prototype, but I just want to speak my piece just because like I want that to be vocalized, I guess. Do we have a chocolate bar tier list? Fine, I'll do a chocolate bar tier list. I'll do one right now. I'm always down for a tier list. And then I'm probably going to get off here. I forgot when you said that. Oh, that stream is next week, I think. Video game tier list? Oh, goodness. But Mosaic, thank you again for letting me build this, man. I think the board visually is beautiful. I think you did a great job on this. It's nice to actually see this here. I've only ever seen it at the meetup. So it's nice to actually get this in hand now and get to try this in like a setup area. You know what I mean? Instead of like in a loud, what's it called? An allowed venue. Lego, I will be, if I have time tomorrow, I'll try to get the gradient done, but it's most likely going to be, on Sunday. Alex, my girlfriend has a complaint for you. Tell me, what's my complaint? What'd I do wrong? Thank you for streaming, Alex. Thank you for sharing it, man. Honestly, it turned out great. It's a very unique side profile and just a unique shape of a board too. Yeah, we have to do a retry because it's the first time. I mean, it's JJW's build. It's like his personal build. It was never meant to be like a promotional stream. It's just something happened with the plate or PCB or something. It's okay. It happens. I feel like I'm the one person in the streaming space for keyboards who constantly gets fucked over by plates and PCBs. It's just forever, dude. Ugh. Wait, did we have a chocolate bar tier list or we want to do that tomorrow? Do we want to do the chocolate bar tier list tomorrow? We can do it before we start streaming. I'll go find a good one. I desoldered my build for that one because of my PCB mix-up. It's okay, JJW. Honestly, it happens. It was never meant to be anything promotional. Like, JJW was like, do you want to build my board? I'm like, hell yeah, dude. And then that happened, and we've been trying to find the same time frame to do it, but even if he's not available tomorrow now, honestly, I might just, or not tomorrow, Sunday, I'm probably just going to tag it on to whatever we build on Sunday. She said I talk about keyboards too much because of you. That's not my fault. Come on, is it my fault? That's my bad, dude. That's my bad. Keyboards are just too much fun, though. You know? They're too much fun. Today? Do we have one then? Do you guys have a tier list you can send me? Or should I look one up and plug this keyboard in? Did I plug in the daughter board for this? I think I did. Perfect, I did. Oh, here we go. Platey sent me one. Canadian chocolate? I mean, this makes the most sense because... Is this like super complete? I've had a lot of the American chocolate bars. Let's see if I can find one. It's like a really good chocolate bar one. Let's do chocolates. No, what the fuck? There's so many ones that have the word chocolate in it. Okay, 1 second. Do I just type in chocolate bar? Why is this bound to pipe? Hold on. I have to rebind some of these things. Hello? Is it gonna... Okay, hold on 1 sec, guys. Oh, I think it's an ISO layout or something. The true ultimate chocolate bar tier list. Does this include Canadian ones though? I don't know if it does. Hold on, I'm trying to find one, guys. Oh my god. Alright, I found a good one. Okay, let me share my screen. I think I found a really good one, dude. Where is it? Okay, dude. Hey, listen, remember, this is my personal list. All right? Don't be upset about my personal list. 100 grand? I haven't had this in a long time. It was forgettable to me. See. What's the difference between this Three Musketeer and this one? Is this coconut? Three Musketeer is... You know what? I'm going to move 100 this 100 to D. Three Musketeer is B tier. I enjoy a Three Musketeer. I've never had the coconut or mint, though. Mint sounds enjoyable. There's a lot of different Three Musketeers I did not know existed. All right. This is going to go up here. That's one of my favorite chocolate bars. I like Almond Joys. Bro, it's so good, okay? Leave me alone. And then... Agree? Dude, they're so good. Baby Ruth is pretty good, too. I'm going to give that a B. That deserves a B. I've never tried Big Hunk. I don't know what this is. I never had a Butterfinger Crisp, but Butterfingers are like a C tier to me. They're not that great. Unsubbing? Please, dude. Caramello. Crunchies are they're alright. They're a C tier as well. They're like on the same level as Butterfingers. A Curly Whirly? I've never had that. A Dairy Milk? D D. They're not terrible, but they're just kind of boring. I never had a double decker. I never had fudge. Never had a picnic. Twirl never had this. Charleston Chews. I'm gonna give them a C, bro. I don't mind a Charleston Chew. Never had these other variations of it though. Never had Clark. Cocoa Pebbles. What the fuck? Cinnamon? I've never even had that. Oh, dude. I gotta say this with the most utmost respect, dude. Dove chocolate is fucking F tier. I've never had Feastables, but I've heard not great things. Dove isn't it a detergent? Dude, I've only had it one time. Although I think it was this one, the milk chocolate, not the dark chocolate. And I did not like it. Al Pachula, thank you so much for the 2 months.
Wow,
bro.
wow. 2 months and I'm already feeling the baby kicking.
Huh? What? I'm gonna keep going. Heavenly Hash, never had this. Heath, okay. I don't remember what Heath is. I know I've had it. I just don't know what the fuck it is. Hershey's. All right, this has to be said right now. There's only one good Hershey's chocolate, and I'm gonna give it a B tier. It's the cookies and cream. Every other Hershey's chocolate belongs in F tier. Everything here just gonna go straight to fucking F, dude. Everything. I'm putting every goddamn Hershey's bar at the bottom. They're all fucking trash, dude. Every last one of them. Mr. Good Bar, that used to be good, now they're trash. All these Hershey's bars, every single fucking one of them, dude. Later. All right, do we get them all? Nope. Strawberries and... Who wants that, bro? Tell me who wants that right now. I missed one. Cotton candy? Please, stay in F, dude. Get out of here. Oh, we missed one, another one. The milk chocolate, probably the most terrible of all of them. All right, now that we're done that... Oh, dude, hold on one sec. This just belongs in... This is easily S tier. Easily. If you had never had one of these, go have one, dude. Easily. I've never had Symphony. I don't know what Symphony is. I'm gonna be straight up, guys. Kit Kat's pretty good, but I've never had a lot of these flavor. Like, just whatever this is, chocolate donut sounds sick, but I'm just gonna go with the regular schmegular Kit Kats because I've never had the rest of them. Kit Kats are solid. I'm gonna give Kit Kats an A tier. I think Kit Kat's pretty good. We'll leave the rest. Hershey's Crackle. That might be the only other Hershey's bar that I'm based off nostalgia. D. It's a D ranking. Yeah, it's a D ranking. Fuck, I've never had so much of these. Hershey S'mores I've never had. These Lindor things are all right. I'm, again, keeping it straight with you guys. They're like a C tier. I don't know how come these are so popular. These are all right. They're nothing special. Like, I don't go out of my way and be like, God damn, I crave these things. But I've had them all. They're all right. Yeah, these are nothing special. Mars bars? Oof. I ain't gonna lie, Mars bars an A. That's an A, dude. That's definitely an A. Milky Way. Oh, Milkas are really fucking good, dude. These, to me, are a B tier. I like Milka. Milka, actually, does Milka deserve A? Milka's B. Milka's B. I'm gonna stick with B there. Mounds. Mounds are really good to me. I like Mounds. I'm gonna go with a C for that. We'll go with a B for them. Mounds are good. Here's another chocolate in which I don't know why it exists. Like, if you just want to rip me off and sell me air, then, just fucking sell me an empty package. Arrows are F tier. They're trash. I don't know who buys those things. Never had these Coffee Crisp. Oh, please. get out of here. I need to make a new ranking. Hold on 1 second. Can we make a new one? Add row above. Close this. God tier. Coffee crisp. That's easy. You don't even need to ask twice about that, dude. Nothing competes. Lion. Crunch. Crunch holds a special place in my heart. But it's not that great. Let's give him a C. Never had. Oh, Henry's. Are O. Henry's Canadian? I feel like they're Canadian, right? O. Henry's are not bad. I don't mind O. Henry's. I'll give them a B. Like, I don't mind them at all. Reese's. Where's just the regular Reese's Pieces? Or Reese's Cups? Did they not? Do you guys see them? I have to turn off the volume so I can, like, take an actual look here. Where is it? I don't see them either. What kind of fucking list is this? Not there, weird. Okay, let's just call this one here regular Reese's Cups. Reese's, for me, when I'm feeling like it, they're A tier. They're pretty damn good. Crunch, Reese's, Rally, never had Rally, Rocky Road, never had. Snickers. Wait, is that almond? I've only had the regular one. Which one's the regular one? This one? These are good. I don't mind these. I haven't had many like the Snickers bars before. Where the fuck did it go? I just lost it. Oh, there it is. They're an A. I'd say I like them. They're an A. I'd go with A. Take 5, never had. I've heard really good thing about these Tony's chocolate bars. Toblerone. Okay, dude, listen here. I'm gonna be fucking real with you guys. These are overhyped. These are way too expensive and they're overhyped chocolate. These get F, dude. They're too expensive for what they are. I'm sorry, guys. Way too expensive for what they are. Toblerone's meh, it's the holiday chocolate. Yeah, I'm kind of with you there. Twix. Where's the regular one? Twix are good. I'm going to give them A. I wouldn't say they're S tier for me. I'll be real with you guys. I prefer my 3 over here. It's an A tier for me. I've never had Wonka. Never had that. The rest of these I've never had. However, I did see this. I almost missed this one. Score bars. I got to admit, guys. Score bars. They might be God tier for me. They might be God tier. I don't know why. I fucking love Score bars. I think it's... Is it Canadian? I'm pretty positive it's Canadian, right? I'm pretty positive it is. Ferrero Rocher. Did they have Ferrero Rocher here? I don't think they did. I'd put Ferrero Rocher in D, C. They're alright. Score is alright, but it's been ages since I've had one. This is my list. Coffee Crisp and Score and God tier. S tier, Almond Joy and Bueno. My A tiers, my B tiers, my C tiers. Everything Hershey, for the most part, belongs in fucking F tier. Ferrero is God tier. Maybe I just find them to be like too much for me, but I don't know. All right, though, guys. Let's close down this list. I think this is a good list. If you guys like the board today, check it out in the IC that's in the build command. Mosaic, do you have a Discord, by the way? Should you link it if you have it? Or can you link it if you have it? Great tier list. It was pretty good. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I will be live again Sunday. Tomorrow I'm not streaming. I don't think I've really streamed too much on Saturdays. No Discord server. check out the IC then, guys. Roller coaster of emotions, honestly, kind of was. Oh my god, it seriously was. Board turned out fun. Very happy with that. We ended up switching some switches, for lack of a better word. Very, very cool. Sunday's gonna be fun, guys. Sunday might be way too many things going on, though. I'm not gonna lie. I think we might even do 3 boards. We'll see what happens Sunday. I really got to make sure that I'm able to even run this soldering iron. I might have to have like some emergency sort of like breaker swap in or something. I don't know. We're still learning the ins and outs of streaming in this new place here. So thank you guys for tuning in today. Thanks for enjoying the stream. If you guys did enjoy it, if you guys didn't, we'll do better next time. Let's go find someone to raid. Again, seriously, guys, thank you for tuning in. Let's go raid. Is Kimlin Win streaming again? Oh, there's a few people doing boards. You know what? Let's go raid Lad. I feel like Kimlin Win's pretty much almost done anyways. Is my Twitch frozen here? What's going on with Twitch? Nice haircut. Thank you. Page unresponsive? What is going on? Uh-oh. No, we're good. Lad B. Alright, guys. I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. Thank you guys for tuning in. Love you guys. I'll see you guys Sunday. Thanks for all the support and love. I'm planning it out still, but I have something very fun planned for September, by the way. So I think all of September is going to be a really fun month for streaming, and I hope you guys enjoy watching, because I don't know, man. We have some fun. I have some fun stuff planned. Later, guys. Talk to you soon, and have a good night. Bye, everybody.